Hey builders, Brick up here with my largest build ever, which is the world's largest ketchup bottle in Lego. It is a tourist attraction that is in Illinois, and I built this as part of a collaboration mock with my lug that is of Route 66, which will be displayed in Brickworld Chicago. So if you end up going to that event, you'll be able to see it there. Here's some fun facts about the world's largest ketchup bottle in real life. It's a water tower. The base of it, the black part that I built there, is 100 feet in real life, and the ketchup bottle itself is 70 feet. My Lego model here is 33 inches tall. The ketchup bottle is 9 minifigures tall. If you count each minifigure as around 6 feet, it is 54 feet, and it should be 70, so it should be 2 more minifigures tall. But I thought it was important to keep the proportions pretty similar and also keeping it as round as possible. So I thought the scale that I did it in is the best option for it. Just to give it some scale, here it is next to the Daily Bugle. It's tall, and I'm hoping it's going to be one of the biggest builds in our collaboration. The bottle itself also isn't an exact replication of the real one, just due to the nature of the curves and the pieces I needed to use to get it to look round like that. But I did my best just to create something that fit the aesthetic of the ketchup bottle and is easily recognized as one, which I think I did very well. I'm really happy with the shaping overall. The sloping to it is very nice, and it took me a while to figure out how to do this properly. I designed this model originally in Studio, which had its own difficulties, especially with the legs. It was very difficult to place the Technic beams properly to get them to space out right, to make it so it fit flat on the base plate. But I ended up getting it to work pretty well, and I'm pretty sure it is even all the way around. I know when I was placing it on the base plate in real life originally, the edges were starting to curl up as there was too much tension. I used a couple of the round 1x2 plates with the holes so I could use the very short bar pieces to hold together the main bottle part and the neck, which has been really sturdy. I'm really glad that worked, and it helps blend in with the round dome pieces, so it's a more flush fit. This is also one of the issues in Studio that I had issues with and had to fix, because the snot pieces I use in Studio didn't actually fit in real life, even though it said it in the program, so I had to move it around a bit. For the ketchup bottle itself, it's built on a snot skeleton, and it's mostly hollow on the inside, and I really just ended up stacking up a lot of curved slope pieces and used plates to space them out a bit to give it a cone shape. One of the details from the real world model that I was able to recreate pretty accurately is the blue triangle type accents towards the top of the red there. I was able to use those half round plates to get that look, and it matches very well. Though when it's curving around the corners, I wasn't able to add any red, which is slightly inaccurate, but I think the detail overall is very worth it. I used Studio so I could have a very good idea of the pieces I needed, just because a lot of the things I needed for this build I did not have in my collection. I didn't want to randomly buy pieces like I normally would just to experiment with them. This build has 1,000 pieces, probably more than that actually, since I had to modify a couple of things. Even though I had a parts list from Studio, I still ended up missing a couple of pieces somehow, so I had to improvise and figure that out, which I did on the upper base of the legs, and I'm pretty sure I created a stronger connection after the fact, and it all worked out. I used some of the collectible minifigure display stands for that, and originally I used the 1x3 with the 2 studs centered on it. So it's a stronger connection. It's very sturdy now, actually. You can pick it up by the base and the bottom won't fall off, which is awesome. That's the kind of thing you like to see. Just talking about how sturdy it is, I had some concerns building it just because I thought the legs would be too fragile, but I had the ketchup bottle on it several nights in a row now, and there were no issues. And also going off of the Studio file, it told me there were 200 or so unstable areas in the build, and that ended up being not true. luckily, just because I need to turn this in to someone to bring to Chicago tomorrow. And just looking at it on the stand, you can see that it is pretty sturdy. I'm pushing it around a bit and it's not going to fall over, which is great. And I'm just super excited to finally build something like this, a real world recreation. I think I did a very good job, and I'm super excited to see what everybody else built for our collaboration. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.